This is the free motion quilting tutorial for eyeballs. This design is stitched in two different ways. You can first stitch a big circle, then go inside of that big circle with a little spiral, and then fill that little spiral with a little circle with a spiral. Or you can start with the smaller circle first, go inside and fill that with a spiral, and then come all the way back out and surround that with a bigger circle. And I think of the two different ways that you can create this design, I really prefer the second way, because I think creating the smaller circle and the spiral is actually easier because there's a little bit less estimation of space. Sometimes we can stitch a big circle and we think that's going to be big enough to stitch the second smaller circle within it, when in fact actually it's not. And then you end up stitching some really small circles and it's just really annoying. So I would say start with a smaller circle first, put the spiral on the inside, and then surround that with a bigger circle and just see how that feels to you. Try it both ways, really. This is kind of a combination of double pebble and escargot, two of the early stacking designs from the beginning of the project. And I really enjoy combining the two to create this eyeballs design. It's kind of creepy looking whenever you see the texture stitched out over a larger area of your quilt, as you can see right here. Well, especially the title. James came up with the title because he never says just I've got something in my eye. He always says, my eyeballs hurt, which is so funny. So I had to name a design after that, and this is absolutely perfect for it. Something that I get a lot of questions about is what is a closed spiral versus an open spiral. Those are two terms that I use to describe spirals. And basically a closed spiral is a spiral that you don't leave space. You fill the entire circle with your spiral lines and then you travel stitch to get back out, rather than leaving space and kind of stitching through the middle to get all the way back out. It builds up your thread a little bit more and it makes the spiral a lot darker so it stands out on the surface of your quilt. And it's also, in my opinion, easier to stitch because you don't have to estimate the space to get out of your spiral. You just simply travel stitch along the spiral that you stitch to get inside. But try both ways, see what works best for you. That's really the best way to do any design, is to play with it a little bit, see what works, see what does it, and make it your own. This design will work on a larger open area. You can make your smallest circles as big as an inch and then surround them with the bigger circles and make those 3 or 4 inches. Don't feel like this has to be stitched on a teensy tiny area. It can be used to cover the entire surface of your quilt. So that's it for this video. For over 250 more videos just like this one on many different free motion quilting designs, go to daystyledesigns.com.